2nd, 2018, Sunday. I guess today was a good day. I trouble to record. I recorded a Good News Czar video today, and I have a lot of room to go before it's my perfect vision, but I kind of knew that. At least I made one this weekend. I wanted to make it yesterday, and then I, for whatever reason, chickened out doing it. Another thing I'm not happy about is I forgot to talk about a story, but I think it helped me lead to an idea that I'll want to follow with the Good News Czar channel when I do get it up and running some more. The story that I didn't talk about was there was a shooting at I think it was a Waffle House in Nashville. Maybe not Nashville, but probably near it. And there was a guy who rushed him and prevented it from being much worse. And I wanted to talk about that story, but then I kind of thought, well, that story's splattered all over major news outlets, and you probably would be hard-pressed to not hear about it. And it's a great story, don't get me wrong, but I think I'd want to focus on stories that maybe get told in passing, and you're not going to hear about ad nauseum. So that's probably a direction I'll go with the channels. If all the major news outlets are talking about it, I might mention it, but I'd rather focus my time on stories that I know aren't being talked about. And I also did it wasn't going to be a test stream, then turned just like the first official stream of Red Dead Redemption that I'm going to be doing on Sundays. And I found that Mixer seems to do what I need to do. It's not in my way very much. But I also found that I probably need to use this microphone because the headset just didn't seem to be cutting it. That or I was talking too quietly, one of the two. And it takes a while to download and re-upload the footage, but I'll deal with that. Until Mixer gets some type of, hey, you can upload directly to YouTube thing, I'm kind of stuck with just what I did. So, and those things went well. I think the biggest problem is that I woke up this morning almost seemingly with a sense of dread of something. I woke up already kind of, I don't want to say in a bad mood, but I want to say I already kind of just I woke up already with my brain kind of off kilter. I think several different things that I've been concerned with kind of fluttered through at some point throughout the day. Again, I'm not satisfied with where the Good News Czar thing or where the streaming stuff is right now, but again, I'm just starting it off, so it's fine. I was not happy that I went to go buy a couple things that I needed today. And I bought one thing I was looking for. I bought something else I've been thinking about. Then I get the second thing I really wanted, which was a good power strip that I could use for all of this and the monitor over there over at my desk. Because I turn off the power strip to the TV and game console over here every morning before I go to work. So I'm like, well, there's no point for them to be on. I'm not here. I do the same thing over there, but I don't have to keep on plugging and plugging it back in. Just flip a power strip on or off. And I could have gone off and gone to Yanello. I'm like, I'll wait. So, think throughout the day, probably one of the bigger things that kind of kept getting to me every once in a while was that fear of alone. That fear of, I do this stuff on YouTube, on Mixer, on Twitch, on whatever, and nobody listening to it, nobody watching it, nobody giving it any mind. Me doing stuff for public consumption, but it barely being consumed outside of what I did, if at all. I need to understand that if I want these things to be big, I need to be patient and wait them out. It's going to take time. And probably at some point the thing of, I have a life that it's a thing that I've said before. I can do some of these things and not make them public videos. It's a real fear of putting all my time and effort into something and failing at it, which means I care. If I didn't care, then I wouldn't care, I'd hope at least. And it is wanting to have somebody to share my life with. Of course, I had to counter with, share what life? Because I'm not careful, I'm not going to have a life to share. I need to build something up, and it's going to take time. Or it just needs to be a thing of me acknowledging that I'm not going to have a footprint outside of my own life, outside of the few people that I know. Doesn't mean I shouldn't try. Because it's almost a thing, if there's a will, there's a way I can figure something out. If I am patient enough, I can make the Good News Czar channel into what I want it to be. If I work hard enough, I can find some way to get other channels up off the ground. And maybe it won't be one channel making a bunch of money, it might be all of them cumulatively making something. But it goes back to a thing that I always have of, I was always getting some type of positive results very quickly. And I feel like I'm in a better place now where I can understand that's not always going to happen. I need to do trial and error. I need to stream with the headset and find that it's not giving my voice the quality that I'd like, that this might end up being the answer. I tried the built-in webcam in this laptop and found that it was garbage. So I bought the one I'm using now. I found that microphone just didn't seem to be quite what I wanted to do, so this microphone got used instead. Got me a nice trash can to put recycling in now. Even if the bags rip, I still got them in a trash can of some sort. And it's a little bit funny, the trash can that I had gotten rid of when I moved is the exact same trash can I just bought again. It's got like a trapdoor lid to it. And I thought about, well, maybe I should replace my one trash can I have with that one that says it's just pretty good about locking out the stink of trash, but I had a couple things with that. One, the way that one trash can is, there's like a little thing in the back that I can make it shoot up and down. I'm fearful that I might rip the bag more, and two, I might have to clean that trash can out, so like, I'll just do the trapdoor one, that works better. Right now I'm just doing what I can to keep my mind focused and to not be worrying, because it's not going to do me any good. Yeah, money still rides on my mind, but there's only so much I can do about it. And unfortunately, I know a release valve that I can keep tapping into if I need to get my budget more under control. I don't like that release valve. I don't like it at all. I'd rather not touch it ever again, but I might have to again, unfortunately. Because my loans and debts aren't going anywhere anytime soon. I don't feel like I'm going to have the mental energy come August or September to go find another place to live and move and all that, or have the financial resources even without hitting that release valve again anyway, so it'll also be a moot point to do it. I'm about to repeat myself on all that stuff that I said about money, so I'm just holding back from it to see if I've got any new thing to say, which I don't. I think right now, at least some part of me is just waiting for what's next. It's being patient, because I have laid out the plan of I want to really start cranking into the Good News Czar stuff and the streaming Red Dead Redemption and Witcher 3 and maybe even GTA after this upcoming weekend, after I've been at Byron Breeze, after I can get it back to, even if it's not the normal schedule, the more regular schedule that I can maintain, which is a stream on Saturday and a stream on Sunday or Monday. I don't know if I gotta hold this here or not, but for consistency, let's just say I do. I'm having to wrestle with my brain right now, because again, this morning I woke up a little bit uneasy. Already, I don't say seemingly already frustrated at something or seemingly freaked out about something, but my brain wasn't right, and it's possible that's just part of who I am. I'm liable to have that problem, where my brain by default would want to go to some bad place. Again, I'm still better than I have been. I'm still not at the point of complete mental breakdown that I was at earlier in the month when I had to take a few days off of work, nor am I how I was at the beginning of the year or even a year before then, where I was always frustrated and always upset and always whatever. For whatever the reason might be, whether it's that work's just actually kind of been good, or I've been much better at stopping the thought patterns and all that, or whether I just had an epiphany about whatever it was, or that last mental breakdown helped really clear stuff out, or the cutting out caffeine, or whatever it is. I've started on something, and I need to keep going. I can very easily start having something great to really start putting me on a different path, finally. But it's something that will take time. And when the heavy-duty convention testing does come up in July, that'll be probably the first real big test of me continuing to maintain Good News Czar and the game streams. But if it's stuff I actually enjoy, then, because I really do want to play through Red Dead Redemption again. I really do want to play Witcher 3 and finally get through it. And I do want to find good news stories and talk about them. This ain't come with a better format for that Good News Czar. I'm still not quite sure what it is. I know that for sure I need a different backdrop, because I can't have just like looking inside my apartment. Plus, it doesn't thematically distinguish it from this. It doesn't thematically distinguish it from these vlogs. Whether I need to just light it better or sit somewhere else or just like put different stuff on the screen. Probably all those things combined and a different background. That's what I need to do, but for now it's not trying to make money. For now it's just trying to get up off the ground. That's what I need to remember. For now this is just something for me to do. It's like, hey, let me try to maintain these things on a schedule before I put too much pressure on myself for other stuff. So I need to remember. It's not easy to remember, but I need to remember it. So, today was actually a good day. My brain kind of wanted to get foggy and uneasy about stuff, but today was a good day. And you're hoping that somehow, some way, tomorrow will be even better. As always, thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time.